Sexual harassment. Anyone who's ever had a job has had to go through the part of training where they show you some kind of sexual harassment video, or they go over their sexual harassment policy. It's typically also lumped in with, like, their discrimination policies. Regardless, pretty much every job makes you go through that before you actually start your official job. It's like part of training. Most companies nowadays will just make their own sexual harassment-related material, but there are some people out there who make somewhat generic office-based sexual harassment videos for the purpose of educating new employees, I guess. I've had 2 jobs that have used the generic sexual harassment training videos that you can purchase online from companies that specialize in making generic training videos. However, I went on a journey to try to find weird training videos because for some reason in the 80s and 90s, every company had the weirdest training videos for their new employees. I don't know why that trend was a thing, but like just weird shit would happen in these videos. And I was specifically looking for one that I remember seeing from Burger King, but I wasn't able to find it, but I did find a sexual harassment training video. The great thing about this video is that it's made by a channel that's just called Sexual Harassment Training, which sounds like you're training someone to sexually harass, which don't. And that's the thing about most sexual harassment training courses. They can pretty much just be summed up with don't. Just don't sexually harass your coworkers. Don't touch them. Don't say weird shit to them. Don't. Just don't. What's great about this YouTube channel is they have 32 subscribers, and, well, their quality is questionable. The first video I found from them is just called Employee Harassment Training Videos. Again, it sounds like you're trying to train on harassment, but I get it. I get how that verbiage kind of has to be used. And, it's got 15 likes. I'm one of the likes, and it's 2 years old. So from that alone, you might be able to see that we're not looking at a quality product here. However, the description of this video is, our employee harassment training videos can be an eye-opener in regard to sexual harassment and bring awareness to the many forms of a hostile work environment. So let's just watch this video and learn about sexual harassment together.
Brenda, Sugar Lips.
Don't do it. Just behave. Just don't sexually harass your coworkers. It is the easiest thing not to do. Don't do it.
Thank you so much for driving me home from the airport. I really appreciate it.
No problem. I want us to have something more than just be friends and coworkers.
So as we can see, we have one voice actor, and he's doing his best.
Like I told you the last time we had a similar conversation, I'm not interested in having a romantic relationship with you.
I really think
go.
that you and I can have a beautiful relationship. We have so much in common.
And I love this shot because the fucking car. I love the car. Now, this was definitely made with one of those programs you can buy, and it comes with pre-made assets for animation, and they clearly did not have a good enough car model, so they had to get a model for the car. And this is beautiful. This is just, I want to frame this and put it in my home.
Brenda, did you hear the joke about the lesbian couple?
So this is not, don't make comments about people of homosexual varieties. This is, don't make comments about women, which is also valid. Like, this is also a completely valid point. Don't say weird shit about women, but, like, I don't know. Though I do kind of want to hear the joke about the lesbian couple now. I want to know what the joke is, because maybe the joke has nothing to do with them being lesbians.
Brenda! Where's Brenda? Woohoo!
Sure, I'll be right there. I just came from the company soccer game. I'm so drunk.
I already told you many times I'm not interested in going out with you. We've had the same conversation many times. You're really bothering me.
You know, to be fair, when I get drunk, I do the same thing. Oh my god, I'm so drunk right now, guys. I can't even... Fuck, I'm dizzy.
If you're going to continue your employment here, you're going to have to learn to get along.
Okay, wait a second. All he said was we need to learn to get along. That's not inherently harassment. Now, saying that, like, if you don't date me, then I'm gonna fire you, yeah, that's what they're talking about. But I've told coworkers that, like, we have to get along even though, like, we don't like each other. Like, that, I'm not sure where they're going with this, is all I'm saying.
Making sexual advances, telling sexually charged jokes, and touching me for quite some time now. I've told him many times to stop, but he doesn't stop.
Brenda, I don't deny what you're saying. I'm just trying to have a relationship with you. Henry, your employment here is terminated, effective immediately.
So the voice acting is a thing. Okay, hold on here. The employer will be shielded from liability for harassment by a supervisor only if it proves that it exercised reasonable care in preventing and correcting the harassment, and that the employee unreasonably failed to avoid all of the harm. What? I actually don't know what this means. I'm very confused right now. And the employee unreasonably failed to avoid all of the harm. What does that mean? It sounds like they're implying that, like, there's fault on the employee for being harassed, but that can't be what they mean. You can't... There's no way that they're implying that. That the employee failed to avoid all of the... What? So yeah, just don't harass people, and I guess do your best not to be harassed. I'm still stuck on that. This channel exclusively makes sexual harassment training videos, all of them in like weird animated styles. My favorite thing though, out of everything they've made, is a video that they released 4 months ago. It's just called Sexual Harassment. It's 3 minutes long, and I don't know how to describe it. I'm just gonna let it play.
Sexual harassment can really hurt, so do your job and stop looking at her skirt. Psychological, physical, and economic damage, so behave yourself, you can manage. You like the girl sitting right beside you. You touched her once, she ain't gonna ride you. You better leave her alone, because if you continue your advances, you won't have any more chances.
Don't be a jerk. Behave at work.
Oh my god.
Supervisors are having quid pro quo sex. If you're not careful, you could be next. Just wait a while, their time will come. The Supreme Court...
The loop.
Dance, you'll soon find out it's a game of chance. I don't know, but I've been told the boss's love can get mighty cold.
Hey, I gave her a raise in a company.
Could you imagine seeing that at work?
Behave at work. Behave at work.
Harassers at work want to get into your pants. Be professional and know your stance.
Like, if I sat down for my first day of training at a job and they showed me that video, I'd probably quit. I can't feasibly imagine what it would feel like watching this in any context that isn't trying to be funny. And I want to stress that this was 4 months ago, and they're doing a Gangnam Style reference. Sexual harassment and harassing people in the workplace is like the easiest thing not to do. It is so incredibly easy that I don't understand how people get confused by it. I'm gonna sum up all of the sexual harassment training you'll ever have in super easy to understand terms. Don't. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like, and maybe even subscribe to me. I don't know, that might be cool to do. I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just giving you the option. Also, consider supporting me on Patreon. I have a podcast that gets released there, where me and my buddy Matador watch old internet content and slowly lose our minds. So if that interests you, that's available on my Patreon. So, again, I'm not telling you what to do, I'm just giving you options and, you know, hoping you take them. Now, if you excuse me, I have some coworkers to harass.